British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has rejected an offer to form an alliance to leave the European Union. Leader of the Brexit Party, Nigel Farage, delivered an ultimatum to the Prime Minister saying unless Boris Johnson ditches his Brexit deal, his party will oppose the Conservatives in every seat. Mr Farage urged Mr Johnson to join him in an alliance to leave the European Union and strike a free trade agreement with the EU. But Mr Johnson has ruled out a formal pact with the party.
Ruled out a pact with everybody because I don't think that it's sensible to do that. We're proud of our beliefs. We're proud of our one nation conservatism.
The British Prime Minister has also apologised for failing to leave the EU, something he repeatedly pledged to make happen. Tom Rayner has more from Westminster.
Clearly what he has done is, rather than take a decision as to what the Brexit Party's strategy is, he's left it open and pushed the ball into Boris Johnson's court. It is an ultimatum, trying to get Boris Johnson to accept the need to work with the Brexit Party if he's going to get a big majority. Now, the trouble is with this ultimatum is that it's pretty inconceivable that Boris Johnson will accept getting rid of the deal that he has agreed painstakingly with Brussels as the terms for the Brexit Party forming this kind of alliance. But my colleague Lewis Goodall put this to Nigel Farage, put it to him that this simply is not realistic, that he's not going to get a situation where Boris Johnson agrees to do that. But in response, Mr Farage says he thought that is exactly what he should and may well do.
You must know that he cannot suddenly turn around to his parliamentary party, to his party, the European Union, and say, well, Mr Farage wants me to drop it, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to drop it. All that work. Well, how is that a way to proceed?
Well, I tell you what, it's a general election. They give every party a chance to start with a clean sheet. That's what general elections are for goodness sake. So there is a chance to do it.
You really think that? That he think he
there
would
is a chance to do it.
terms?
Of course there's a chance to do it. And also, let me say this. The longer the public have to look at that withdrawal agreement, the less happy Leave voters are going to be. And I think if we get to December the 12th, and if he is trying to defend the withdrawal agreement as Brexit, he's going to have a very real problem.
Now, the chairman of the Conservatives, James Cleverly, has put out a statement in response to those words from Nigel Farage. He says a vote for Farage risks letting Jeremy Corbyn into Downing Street via the back door. He goes on to say it will not get Brexit done and it will create another gridlocked parliament that doesn't work.